Good morning, beautiful angels. Welcome to Palin & Palmer Specialty Hypnosis Training, and we have joined forces with Canadian Hypnosis Conference with the wonderful Joanne Eady. So today I'd like to talk to you about the importance of hashtags. You see them everywhere, but what kind of language are they? What are they going on? And there's so much confusion around them. It's like they just suddenly popped up out of nowhere and everybody was expected to know, what are these bloody things and how do we use them? So let me create some clarity for you here today. When it comes to the hashtags, you do need to do a little bit of research and you do need to know how hashtags work on different platforms. With the different platforms, they all have a different language and a different algorithm to them on how they work. Now, when it comes to your social media, choose only those platforms that work for you. Yes, it's great to be on Pinterest and Snapchat and Twitter and LinkedIn and all those other services, but at the end of the day, if you're going to get overwhelmed by them, just choose a couple that are going to work exactly right for you, because most of us are on all of them anyway. So find those platforms that work for you, and then we'll find the hashtags of that algorithm and that platform and how it works. So let me show you exactly how it works on the platforms that I use. So some of the platforms that I use are Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. These are my 4 favorite platforms. I do dabble a little bit with Tumblr and Twitter, but they're not my main go-tos when it comes to my particular criteria. The reason why I chose these platforms is because YouTube is owned by Google and it's one of the biggest search engines in the whole entire world. Actually, I think it is the biggest search engine in the whole entire world. And then I choose Facebook on top of that because most people are on Facebook. There are some rumors that go around that go, oh, Facebook is for old people. Yeah, show me the statistics on that, guys, because there are a lot of young people in this community as well. I also use Instagram because Facebook owns Instagram and you can link up those two. So most of the time I don't even post on Instagram. It's just a link up from Facebook to Instagram. I love LinkedIn now. I have actually learnt it and it is helping for that more professional side. So on LinkedIn, I don't recommend posting funny posts or silly posts or anything like that because it is more of a professional body. So if you're looking for funny posts, etc., try some Twitter, Pinterest, or even some Snapchat. So let's look at YouTube and how do the hashtags work on here. So this is my YouTube channel. It's Palin & Palmer, and check it out. Subscribe if you'd like to. So on here, I'm going to show you how the hashtags actually work. So down in here, just in the bottom here, you will notice that I have 3 hashtags. Now on YouTube, you can only have the 3 hashtags, okay? And you put them in your description at the bottom of the description. Hashtags work by allowing people to tap on the hashtag and find more content that's relevant to what they've just seen. So let me give you a metaphoric answer here. So when we think about it, if we think about a chocolate cake, I love chocolate cake metaphors. If we think about a chocolate cake and we're just like, I love chocolate cake, but I want to find some other information about chocolate cake. If I click on the hashtag that is in that chocolate cake video, it will send me to other chocolate cake videos that are relevant to what I've been searching for, because we're constantly being monitored because Google want to show us more of what we like rather than what we don't like. I absolutely love the algorithm for doing this for me because I don't want to see some certain rubbish, and there's some things that kind of aggravate me and they're just not relevant to my life. So if you click on the hashtag that's in that video, it should turn up with a relevant search to other chocolate cakes, for example. So when I'm doing YouTube, I recommend you using 3 hashtags. One is your personal brand, because people will like you. They'll like your product. They like exactly what you do. The second one is more about the video or the information that you're projecting across, so the actual criteria. The third one is more of a general sense because people like the general topic of cake rather than chocolate cake. So let me show you how some of mine work, okay? So in the bottom corner here, we have hashtag Palin & Palmer. This is a hashtag I branded for myself and I've been doing it for quite some time. Also, when it comes to your personal brand hashtags, just be patient. It takes time to build them. So if I click on the personal hashtag one and bring up that window, it will show you all of the other videos that are available on that platform to do with that hashtag Palin & Palmer. So it shows you everything that we do. So it shows other people's videos as well that we've been featured in, other videos that we've done that are not necessarily about hypnosis, but they're all about what Palin & Palmer actually does. Now, if I click on the one free hypnosis training, that'll bring up all of the videos with free hypnosis training hashtag in it that are relevant to what you've been searching for. So as you can see, we are absolutely dominating YouTube at the moment with that hashtag, and it shows all of the free hypnosis training videos that are available. Now, if I go into the hashtag hypnotist, because that's more of a general sense, that's like the cake hashtag, I open the link. Now this will show all of the most popular videos with the hashtag hypnotist that are available and what relevant to what you're searching for. So you can look at other people's stuff and find stuff that really interests you. I'll show you how it works on Facebook. So on Facebook, it's recommended that you only have the 3 hashtags again, exactly the same as YouTube, where you have a personal one, you have one that's relevant to the topic, and then you have a more general sense one. I don't use hashtags all the time on Facebook because Facebook are constantly picking up on hashtags, and even though they own Instagram, hashtags are not the language of Facebook. It's just sort of like a sideline to it. So I have on my Trish Palmer Therapies page, every single Tuesday it goes out with a use the hashtag Trish Palmer. So anybody who jumps onto my profile or who shares any of this information goes, who is this Trish Palmer? I like what she's doing. They can then tap on that and then find all the other content that's on Facebook about what it is that I'm doing and other people that support the post as well. So there's videos, there's images. It goes through just what's relevant to what you've been searching for. Now, as I go down as well, like I said, I don't use hashtags all the time. I'll go up. So when you do a post like this and you put the hashtag comment in it, you can click on those hashtags as well. So somebody might be like, I need more support. I want to see what else is available. And you can click on that offering hashtag support because that's more of the topic of what I'm talking about. And it will bring up other people that are using that and their videos. So that way you can find someone that resonates with you and you can find content that really you're interested in. Now, when does a hashtag not work on Facebook? It's very simple. A hashtag does not work on Facebook if you tell people to use it in a competition. And the reason for that is because how the algorithm works, if you tell people, hey, use this hashtag on your personal profile and we'll get more reach, it actually doesn't work like that. Because what happens is that the algorithm's picking up onto those people that are outside that audience. And if they're not interested in what that hashtag has been doing, then they're not going to see that content anyway. Also with hashtags, when that information goes out and those people are spamming it as such, so they're using it all of a sudden, all different days, in all different ways, all of a sudden, Facebook will pick up that and think it's spam and then go, we're going to limit the reach of that hashtag. So hashtags don't really work if you use them in competitions, as much as many social media gurus will say otherwise. The statistics do say that it doesn't really work very well. It will expand the reach out to those people who've already known the hashtag, but not to any new audiences. The new audience has to actually find those hashtags and what's relevant for them. On Instagram, now Instagram is very hashtag heavy. It is the language of Instagram. And on Instagram, when it comes to the hashtags, I will just click on a random one. I like cat, so I'm going to click on the cat one. So as you will see, there's a lot of hashtags. Always place your hashtags on Instagram underneath your description. So preferably in the comments. Use 2 to 3 in the actual description and make sure that they are relevant to the post. Because if they're not relevant to the post, all of a sudden your reach will be limited and your post won't get out there very much. When you place them in the comments, also make sure that they're relevant, but you can do a more broader expansion from there because you're looking to go to all those other audiences. That's how the Instagram hashtags actually work. It's looking to show you more relevant information. Now let's get into the crux of these algorithms here. So when it comes to Instagram, the point of the hashtags is to get people to go to the relevant information. And when I'm doing the hashtags on Instagram, I want to get them off Instagram and onto YouTube because that's my preferred platform And that's the platform that I'd really like people to more engage in, because I find the platform very easy to use and very relevant to my topic. So I actually use those hashtags to get people off Instagram and to a different platform. So with the hashtags on Instagram as well, you usually put about 10 to 15 in your comments, and then a couple of hours later you can do another 10 to 15 to expand out your reach. Also, you will find that there are people on Instagram that they'll get on there and they'll type a comment, and then they'll use their own personal they'll use their own personal hashtag, so that way maybe it'll spark some interest for you to click on that, and they'll spam the crap out of it. So I'll see if I can find the example that happened to me just the other day. Yeah, so here we go. So I had one just the other day, and they commented on all of my pictures and my videos, and they used the exact same hashtag. And the reason for that is because they're trying to create curiosity in me for me to click that hashtag and then go to their page. So that is a very good tactic, but it's a bit of a grind. I personally don't use that tactic because I just don't have that much time on my hands. My hashtags work very well because they are relevant. I'm going to show you exactly how to get your hashtags in just a moment. So if you're going to do this, just understand that that is usually a representation of someone who's just starting out. They've gotten some misinformation and they haven't allowed themselves the time to grow. So they're actually trying to get that growth going really fast, rather than just giving themselves a couple of months and allowing themselves to grow organically. So kudos to them. They're doing it, but that kind of, you can see it's like hashtag kitty cat. It's a real grind. So that's usually somebody who probably doesn't have a lot of clients yet, that's trying to get their business out there. And you're doing the right stuff. It's just a bit of a grind for me. So that's how your hashtags work on those three platforms. But where do you get your hashtags from? This is where you need to do some education, okay? So you go to Hashtagify, and you can find all of those hashtags and their analytics of what's going on. Because some hashtags, they're only new, so they're not going to get a lot of hits. And then other hashtags are so general, like say hashtag cake or hashtag fun. They're so general that your post is probably going to get swallowed up by the amount of algorithm that's coming through. Because if you use hashtag fun and there's 30,000 people using that same hashtag, your post is going to get lost as it gets pushed down. So find a hashtag that's around the middle range of where people are using it about the 1,000 mark rather than the 30,000 mark. So as you can see, the hashtag coronavirus is the big one at the moment because that's automatically popping up. So let's have a look at it. Okay, so the biggest hashtag, so if you use the hashtag coronavirus, you're actually recommended to use hashtag COVID-19. As you can see with these hashtags, these are the related hashtags. These are the ones that are used most at the similar time. And as you can see, they're in different sizes, and the bigger it is, the more people that use it. So as we can see, there's a popularity and a connection point here as well. It's showing the popularity up in these diagrams. Now, Hashtagify is completely free. Yes, you can pay for it, but at the end of the day, once you find your hashtags, you're usually set to go. So let's scroll down a little bit more. We're going to find out what languages they're popular in. So if you are Spanish, you know that it's 22% popular. If my major language is English, so I know that this is the popularity of it. If you're using French as your main language, you know that the popularity is about 11%. So when it comes to the popularity, you'll find that it will grow slower. So if you use the hashtag coronavirus in French, it will grow slower than if it was hashtag coronavirus written in English instead. Now, the top countries that are searching, that are clicking on these hashtags are all listed here. So in the US, they are being tweeted a lot at a 37% rate. That's huge. So basically, every time somebody tweets, 37% of those people are tweeting coronavirus at the moment. And then over in the upper part of US, a little bit down, India. Oh God, I'm terrible at geography. It's really not my forte. So yeah, so over in the US is where it is most popular. We've got some over in the European countries, not really a lot in Australia at the moment. It's still going out there, but it's not enough for the algorithm to kick in and for it to be relevant. You probably find that ScoMo is pretty popular in Australia at the moment. So if you're a hypnotherapist, for example, I'll show you how that algorithm is going. So if I go to hypnotherapist, so you just type it into the search bar, click search. You're going to get wowed by this one. So if we scroll down, hypnotherapist as a hashtag is not that popular. So as you can see, it's had a 1 as its recent popularity and a 0 on a monthly trend. Anything above a 4% is worth using. So as you can see, there's no point in using hashtag hypnotherapist unless you want to grind through and boost that hashtag. You're better off using the hashtag hypnosis or hashtag hypnotherapy. Hashtag hypnotist goes really well. So they're the hashtags that you're better off actually using. It'll show you all the trends as well. So it's mostly being used in English and all the rest that don't get recognized. It's a little bit in Germany. And it shows you also that most of the hashtag is being used over in Great Britain, whoa, and a lot of it's being used in Australia and the US. So, and a little bit in these other countries, but most of it's being used in Australia and over in the UK. And this just shows you how hypnotherapy is represented across the world as well. If you go down to, this shows you how it's being used on Twitter, so that way you can check out how it's being used. So the great news is hypnotherapist stepping up, offering free online sessions to de-stress, blah, blah, blah. And that's the thing with Twitter, that the hashtags are used within the conversation, and that's the only platform that really works with, okay? Nice. So if you're a hypnotherapist and you've been using hashtag hypnotherapist, upgrade it to hashtag hypnosis and hashtag hypnotherapy. By all means, still use the hashtag hypnotherapist hashtag, but it's probably not going to get out there a lot. However, if I was doing a post about hypnosis and how it can help pain, let's check out the word pain instead. All right, so pain has got, at the moment, it's not doing very well monthly. That's because the coronavirus hashtag is taking over. But at the moment, it still has a 65% popularity rate. So that's really, really good. So what I would do personally, if I was doing a hypnosis video about pain, I would use hashtag love instead of pain. I would use hashtag chronic pain instead of pain. And then I'd use hashtag hypnosis. That's how I would get my message out there. It shows that it's mostly being used in English. Oh, also, let me touch base on the spelling variants as well. So there are spelling variants when it comes to hashtags. Let me show you how that works. So with a hashtag, all right. So with a hashtag, the way hashtags are spelling and case sensitive as well. So for example, hashtag Trish Palmer is a hashtag on its own. Hashtag Trish Palmer is a completely different hashtag. Okay, so if you're getting people that are using a hashtag and they use it different, then that'll change that algorithm building again. So if I get someone that's like Trish Palm, they've just spelt it wrong, that's a different hashtag again. So your hashtags are case sensitive and they're also spelling sensitive. So if somebody's like, okay, hashtag they missed my eye because they were in a hurry, that's a different hashtag again. So recently there was a hypnosis industry that actually ran a hashtag competition. They didn't explain that in the competition. And the lady that ended up winning it used the hashtag in, I think she misspelled it about 5 or 6 different ways. So the hashtag wouldn't have actually been that effective, and go you for winning that bloody competition. It's amazing. So the hashtag actually wouldn't have been that effective because it was used in different ways, whether it was a capital letter, a lowercase letter, somebody accidentally put a dot at the end of it, that can change the whole hashtag as well. So hashtags are case and spelling sensitive as well. So let me show you some more information on that. So when it comes to the hashtags and the spelling, I make sure that I have it copy and pasted into a document. So that way all I need to do is go bloop, copy, paste. That's all I need to do. So I've done a heap of research, and Depression Awareness Month is in June. And these are the hashtags that get used at that time. So they're all the hashtags that I'll use. And they're the hashtags spelled exactly how they should be spelled. So I know that I can use those hashtags and I can just copy and paste them. So the spelling variants do make a difference, okay? Now the other place you can get hashtags, if you're looking for more general ones that to go viral, then look up Hashtagify. Hashtagify, all one word. I don't know how they make up these words. So Hashtagify, oh, not Hashtagify, the tags for likes. We already did Hashtagify. Tags for likes, okay? This is where you can get your Instagram posts, and now these are completely free, okay? This is where you can find all of those Instagram hashtags, and you can use them on other platforms as well, that are most popular for a particular topic. So if you're doing a post about cats or dogs, you can click on the animal one here, and you can find the cat one, and then you can just copy and paste that into your Instagram and you're done. You don't have to do any research about it. You're just done. Now, watch this very, very closely. This has all the hashtags in it and it tells you to just copy and paste it. So you just copy it and paste it onto your Instagram post or your Twitter post. Have a little read. See how it says tags for like app in there? And it also says tags for likes as well. If you're going to use this platform, make sure you just delete that section before you post the whole lot, because you will actually be promoting them for free. That's how they get their information out there more, okay? So if you want to support the free service, then by all means leave it in there. If you're just wanting to get yourself up and running, then make sure you copy that, you delete this section here, and then you paste it appropriately. So these are all the most popular hashtags that you can get. So there's social media, there's holidays, there's food. So if you're doing more of a food post about your service and you want that to get out there more, you'd use these food tags. Now these are, you can use these in any of these platforms. Remember, 3 for YouTube, 3 for Facebook, 10 to 15 in the comments for Instagram, and Twitter, it's all done in the actual description. So if you have a product or service that's about food, and you want to put it on Instagram, you can find these hashtags to boost you up and put them in your comments even further. So when it comes to my hashtags, what I do is I use a program called OneNote. I don't have it on the screen at the moment because there's a lot of hashtags I've researched in there. And what I do is I wrote myself a note. First 15 go into the comments, then the next 15 go into the edited post. So that's where you can just change the spelling a little bit and then redo the hashtags. When it comes to the hashtags, I catalog them, and all I want to do is copy and paste this from my phone. That's all I want to do. I don't want to stuff around with trying to research them or anything like that. I actually just want to go copy paste, make my life as simple as possible. So when I do an inspirational quote on Instagram, I will actually use these hashtags to get my my channel out there more. When I'm using hypnosis stuff, I use these hashtags. I always put them at the bottom as well. So when there's a description, I will write my whole criteria, and then I'll use a heap of dots, just like so, to make the post longer and less spammy. And that way it opens up to more information, and I will tell people, follow me, blah, blah, blah. And this really, really helps people when it comes to the visual side. Now these hashtags here, I throw them in the comments once I'm done, and I'll do one lot, and then a couple of hours later I might come back and do another lot. So I have all of my hashtags. I have a couple of pages of them depending on the post that I'm doing, and that way I get the right hashtags for the right post and I get the correct reach that's going on. So that will create some clarity on hashtags. I've never said the word hashtag more in my life. So that will create some clarity for you on hashtags. If you have any other questions, please throw them in the comments. I'm more than willing to answer them there. And we're here to help you, okay? Come along to the Canadian Hypnosis Conference, or I also have my events listed as well. I am Trish Palmer, creator of Gut-Directed Hypnosis in Australia. We have pay plans available for our courses as well. We understand that this is a stressful time, but we are here to help you and here to help you grow and get online. But otherwise from that, I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye. Have you checked out our modern mentoring? There are heaps of students all across the globe on it. Please go and check it out now. It's all about getting your complementary business online and getting your products and services out there. Have a browse. The link's in the description.